Hi dear students and viewers, welcome back to our channel and Vinay Kumar Basics of Physics. This is the right place to learn physics. Dear students and viewers, in this video we are going to discuss about the one of the important topic, and it is very useful to the further coming topics in the chapter of units and measurements. This video is helpful for the students who are preparing for JEE Mains and eamcet and IP examinations. That's why you have to watch the video till end without any skip. The topic is here rounding of numbers. What is mean by rounding of number and which rules we have to follow to rounding of the numbers. So dear students, there are some rules are there to rounding of the numbers. In the previous video we discussed about the what are significant figures and which rules we have to follow to identify the significant figures. So here I think you have idea about the significant figures. The first thing is here you have to know what is mean by rounding of a number. The rounding of a number is nothing but the given number should be rounded off to particular required significant figures. The required number is going to be modified up to required significant figures. That is what we call rounding of numbers. Clear? So to write the or to rounding of the numbers, there are some rules are there. The rule number 1, the digit which is going to be dropped, if it is less than 5, then the preceding number is not going to be unchanged. It is unchanged. Clear? So look here now, rule number 1, if the digit to be dropped is less than 5, then the preceding digit is left unchanged. Do not changes. There is no changes in the preceding number. Clear? So to understand that, I will give one example for you here. Some 4.664, 4.64 and 3, 4.643. Now here how many significant figures are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many there? 4 significant figures. Now we want to round off up to, this is up to 2 significant figures. Clear? As per rules, in any number all non-zero digits should be taken as significant. Clear? Now here the given number is what? 4.643. it is there. In that 4643, these 4 digits are the significant figures. Now we want to round off the given number up to 2 significant figures. So in that given number 4.643, this 3 is the most insignificant digit. Among these 3, it is the most insignificant digit. Now this digit is going to be dropped. Now we have to check that 3 is more than 5 or less than 5. We have to check. So the 3 is always less than 5. That's why it is simply omitted and we can write like this: 4.64. 3 is going to be dropped here. Why? Because it is the most insignificant. Clear? That is going to be dropped. Now the preceding number is what? 4. When the preceding number is 4 and the dropped number is going to be less than 5, then the 4 is going to be unchanged. That's why we can write 4.64. Now here, how many there here now? How many single figures now? 1, 2, 3. So initially how many is there? 4 significant figures. Now 3. And now here again we have to check. This 4 is the insignificant now, and that is going to be dropped. Again that 4 is less than 5. That's why here simply there is no alteration, there is no modification to the 6. Simply we can write 4.6, 4.6. That's why here this is the number now with 2 significant figures, 2 significant figures. So the given number has 4 significant figures and that should be rounded up to 2 significant figures like 4.6, 4.6. So this is about the rule number 1, and the process what we done, that should be is called rounding off numbers. We want to rounding up to two significant digits. For that we are taking the rule number 1. So this is about simply rule number 1. Now let's see rule number 2. Rule number 2, the number which is going to be dropped, it means that which is the very least significant or most insignificant. If it is more than 5, then the preceding number should be increased or raised by 1. That is the rule number 2 in the process of rounding off numbers. When the number which is going to be dropped, if it is more than 5, then the preceding number is increased by 1. So that is the another rule. Look here now once again, if the digit to be dropped is greater than 5, then the preceding digit is raised or increased by 1. For example, here I am going to write 4.647. 4.647. In that, how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is going to be rounded off up to 3 significant figures. 3 significant figures we required. So now here you have to check among the 4.647 in these 3 7 in these 3 7 is the insignificant digit that is going to be dropped first. That's why here the number 7 is greater than 5. The number 7 is greater than 5. That's why here the preceding number is what? 4. That is going to be increased by 1 or raised by 1. Then it should be written as 4.65. 4.65. Now 4.647 has 4 significant figures, and now that should be having 1, 2, 3. How many there? 3 significant figures. This is about the rule number 2. Next rule. If the digit is to be dropped is 5 and it is followed by non-zero digits, then the preceding number is increased by 1. The number is going to be rounded off in that 5 is to be dropped, and if it is follows the non-zero digits, then the preceding number is increased by 1. Let's see here. If the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by the digits other than 0, if the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by the digits other than 0, then the preceding digit is raised by 1. Raised by 1. Clear? So some example is given here. X is equals to 16.351. 16.351. Now 5 is going to be dropped. Here it can have the numbers 3 and 1. 3 and can follows the 5. So here 1 is not equals to 0. Then obviously the preceding number is raised by 1. So 16, 3 plus 1, 4. 16.4. So that should be rounded off like this, 16.4. Clear? Got my point? In x is equals to 16.351, we are going to drop the 5. That can having preceding number is 3 and next number is 1. Following number is 1. Preceding and following. 1, 3. These are not equals to 0. That means what? 5 has the followed by the non-zero digits other than 0. Then obviously the preceding number is raised by 1. 3 plus 1, 4. That's why it is 16.4. In the same manner, we have x is equals to 6.758, and here 5 has 7 and 8 like this. 7 is the preceding number and this is the following number, 7, 5, 8. So here it is having the 8 is not equals to 0 and 7 is also not equals to 0 here. Especially we can go for 8 is not equals to 0. 5 can follows the non-zero digit 8. Then the preceding number is what? 7. That should be increased by 1. Then x is equals to 6.8. So in this way we can round off as for rule number 3. See the next rule. If the digit is to be dropped is 5 or 5 follows the zeros, then we have to check the preceding number is even or odd. If the preceding number is even, there is no change to it. That is the next one. Clear? If the digit is to be dropped is 5 or 5 can follows the 0, then the preceding number is the, if it is even, there is no change for it, no modification for it. Clear? Let's see some examples. Rule number 4, if the digit is dropped is 5 and or 5 follows the zeros, then the preceding digit is left unchanged, no change. If it is when it is even number. So look here now, example is given 3.250. here 5 can follows the 0, 5 can follows the 0, then the preceding number is what? 2. When 5 can follows the 0, then the preceding number is, we have to check whether it is even or odd. It is the even number, that's why there is no modification to it. Simply we have to write 3.2. Clear? And next 12.650. again 5 can follows the 0 and the preceding number is 6. Then what you have to write? There is no modification to the 6. Next simply we have to write 12.6. and like that here 8.8650. again 5 can follows the 0, then the preceding number is what? 6. Then there is no change to it, therefore 8.86. So in this way we can use the rule number 4 and we can modify the number. Clear? Next rule, if the digit is to be dropped is 5 or 5 follows by the zeros, 5 followed by the zeros, then we have to check whether the preceding number is odd or even. If it is even, there is no change to the preceding number. If it is odd, then the preceding number is increased by 1. Look here now, some here what I am going to say, some 3.650, it should be like this. Here it is that 5 is going to be dropped. Now we have to check what, whether 6 is the even or odd, some x whatever maybe the number is whatever maybe here x, if it is what, even or odd. If it is even, there is no change to the number, preceding number. Clear? If it is odd number, that should be raised by 1, that is the rule here. Look here now, if digit to be dropped is 5 or 5 followed by the zeros, then the preceding number is raised by 1, if it is odd number, Clear? If it is even, there is no modification to the preceding number. If it is odd, then it is raised by 1. See example here, x is equals to 3.750, x is equals to 3.750. Here you have to observe 5 is there, 5 there, 5 is there. That should follows the 0, 0, 0 like that. Now we have to check the preceding number is odd or even, So now here x is equals to 3.750. Now the preceding number is what? 7. Now what write simply here? 3.8 we have to write. 3.8 we have to write. And similarly here 16.150. Then what you can write here? 16.2. 1 plus 1. And 18.36750. And now it is again 7. Then what write here? 18.368 because preceding number is raised by 1. Here is 1 plus 1. Here is 7 plus 1. Clear? Now we have to discuss about some examples related to the rounding of numbers. Up to now what we discussed some rules. By using those rules we have to do the rounding of numbers up to required significant figures. Look here, there is one problem, it is there. Look here what it is. Round off the following numbers up to 3 significant figures. Rounding of the numbers up to 3 significant figures. Clear? So some numbers are given, we have to round off them up to 3 significant figures. The first one here 7.364. Already how many there significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 significant figures are there. So that's why here we have to round off 3, 6, 4 like this. Now it is the digit that is going to be dropped, insignificant digit, clear, and this 4 is less than 5. 4 is less than 5. That's why here there is no change in the preceding number. Simply we can drop the 4 and simply we have to write 7.36. 7.36. So now you can count 1, 2, 3. That's why this number has 3 significant figures. There is no need of further rounding of numbers. And now here 7.367, and it is also having 4 significant digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, because all are non-zero digits. They can be taken as significant figures. Now we have to check the last significant digit is what? 7, and that should be more than 5. More than 5. That's why the preceding number is increased by 1. 6 plus 1, 7. That's why here we can write it is like this, 7.37. 7.37. When 7 is more than 5, we have to add the 1 to the 6. Then 7.37. That should be consist of how many here? Again 3 significant figures. And now here 8.3251. This is another number, 8.3251. How many there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many there here? 5 significant figures. 5 significant figures. So now we have to observe. There is 5, it is there, that is going to be dropped here, and that should be follows the non-zero digits. Non-zero digits. 8.3251. 5 follows the non-zero digit. Non-zero digit. Clear? Then obviously the preceding number is increased by 1. That's why here what write? 2 plus 1, that is 3. That means what here? What write? 8.33 we can write. 8.33. So when 5 can follows the non-zero digit, then obviously here the preceding number is raised by 1. According to that, what write? 8.33 we can write. It is also having 3 significant figures. Next thing here, 9.445. 9.445. So here 9.445 means here it is last one is 5. If it is going to be drop is 5, and we have to check the preceding number is what? Even or odd. Even or odd. The 4 is what here? Even number. That's why here there is no modification to it. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures are there, and we have to drop the 5. Then when we have last digit is 5, we have to check the preceding number is even or odd. Here 4 is even. That's why there is no modification to it. Simply we can write 9.44. 9.44. That's why here how many there now? Finally 3 significant figures. And now here 9.4450. 9.4450. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many there here? 5 significant figures are there. Now here 5 can follows the 0. 5 can follows the 0. When 5 can follows the 0, obviously the before number, what you have preceding number, we have to check whether it is even or odd. When it is even, there is no modification to it. Simply we can write like this, 9.44. Got it? When 5 can follows the 0, we have to check the preceding number is even or odd. 4 is now here even. Then there is no changes in the 4. That's why it is 4 is unchanged. Then what do you write finally? 9.44. That's why here finally it is also having 3 significant figures. And now here 15.75. 15.75. So in this case we have 4 significant figures. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last digit is what? Insignificant digit what it is? 5. This 5 is going to be dropped. Now we have to check the before number is even or odd. It is odd number. That's why it is raised by 1. Clear? Then what right here? 15.8. 15.8. Clear? So finally how many there? Here 3 significant figures are there. And next one, 15.7500. 15.7500. Here 5 can follows the zeros. Then what right finally here? Again it is increased by 1. Then what right here? 15.8. This is also like this. 5 can follows the zeros. Then the preceding number is odd. It is raised by 1. Then what right here? 15.8. So in this way we will round off the given numbers up to 3 significant figures by using some rules. Let's see here some more examples. First probability, two problems are here. First one is round off to 4 significant figures. So 2 given numbers are given, they should be round up to 4 significant figures. So look here now. First one number is what? 45.689. Total, how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it is going to be round off up to 4 significant figures. That means what? 9 is going to be dropped, and this 9 is greater than 5. Then the preceding number is raised by 1. That's why here what, right? 45.69. 45.69. So it is now how many? 4. And now second one, B, 2.0082. 2.0082. Here these two zeros are lies between two non-zero digits. So that's why they can also significant figures. That's why here total how many here? 5. 5 significant figures. Now it is going to be round off by eliminating this one. It is the insignificant digit, and the 2 is less than 5. The 2 is less than 5. That is going to be dropped, and there is no changes to the preceding number 8. Then what it is? 2.008. So now how many there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So these two are the answers for the first question. And second question, round off the following numbers up to the 3 significant figures. How many? 3. First you have to check. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many there? 4. And it is 0. That's why simply we can write 2.52. It is less than 5. 0 is less than 5. That is going to be dropped. 2.52. And similarly here 4.645. 4.645. Last digit is going to be dropped 5. Then we have to check the preceding number is even or odd. Here 4 is even number. That's why there is no changes to the 4. Simply ordered here 4.64. Now 1, 2, 3 are there. And similarly here 22.78. 22.78. How many figures are there? 4. And 8 is the most insignificant. That is going to be eliminated or drop. That's why here that 8 is greater than 5. Then what you write? 7 plus 1. That means what? 22.8. 22.8. And now 36.35. Here 5 is what? 5 is going to be dropped, and it is equals to the 5, and the preceding number is odd number, that is going to be raised by 1. Now 36.4. 36.4. Clear? In this way we can convert the round of the numbers up to the required significant figures. Clear? Dear students, if you can understand this one, like, share, comment the video, and follow my channel regularly. If any particular video you want, you can go to the playlist. So many videos are there, and in that playlist you have to check the required video. And my request is, if you can understand this one, please share my channel to your friends and who required our channel. Okay, thanks for watching.